It's a beautiful morning.
I was hoping to just get a shower.
Yeah.
You've got mail.
Oh, Christmas trees. Oh man, what a day. I really thought I was gonna get outside and do some hiking, or at least just go to one of the parks, nearby parks somewhere, and just get out and walk around, because it was actually clear today, no more rain. It felt great outside. And I was like, I don't really have any video projects to work on other than a YouTube video, but I can work on that a little bit later. But I also took the opportunity to just do some errands today. I needed to go to the grocery store really bad. I needed to go to the laundromat really bad. I went ahead and went to the rec center and got a shower. So I was hoping to get out and explore after I did all that stuff. I was hoping to get done that stuff around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But once again, it gets to be like 4:30 in the afternoon. You're like, well, it gets dark in like not even like 45 minutes. So I did find a nice spot to actually set up the kitchen and cook though. So I'm gonna make like a little power bowl. It's kind of like one of my go-tos: rice, chicken, broccoli, some peppers, mushrooms, and avocado. All mix it up in a big bowl, and that's gonna be dinner. It's better than a bagged meal from a dehydrated meal. And you know, it's nice outside. I don't have to go to a restaurant tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get dinner cooking before it gets dark. I'm gonna top it off with a little poppy seed dressing. Oh man, it's raining again. I thought it was done raining. I was gonna go for a walk, but I mean, I guess I can throw on my raincoat. It's not really raining that hard. In fact, I think it's mostly stopped now. It generally came down for like 10 minutes or something. But yeah, I found a really great sidewalk down here that's got like, it's all lit up at night and everything. It's actually pretty nice to walk. It's like a mile down, so 2 miles round trip to do it. And it's pretty nice outside, so I might still do that later on. But while I'm sitting here in the car, I thought I would talk a little bit about a question that I know I've gotten asked a lot, and I'm sure a lot of full-time travelers get asked a lot, which is, do you ever stay in a hotel on the road occasionally, like maybe once a month or anything? And, you know, it totally makes sense, right? You're living in a small vehicle, you know, maybe if you're lucky to be in a van or even an RV, sometimes people decide to just go, you know what? Once a month, once every 2 months, whatever, we just check into a hotel and, you know, just to recharge our internal batteries, but recharge our physical batteries like like laptops and cell phones and all that stuff, but also utilize, you know, maybe the Wi-Fi and get into the heat if it's cold, get into the air conditioning that's hot, you know, and get inside if it's raining or something. So it totally makes sense. But here's the reason I never do it. Now, it's not just a cost thing, although that has a lot to do with it. It's not just a cost thing. For me, I don't personally get that much out of it if I actually stay at a hotel. So if I stay at a hotel, what typically happens is I find it very hard to readjust to getting back in the car the very next night. Here's a perfect scenario. So a couple years ago, I was traveling in this car, but I was back when I had my teardrop trailer, and I was going through Maine. And as I was passing through Maine, I was stopping to see a friend of mine. And while I was staying there in this little small town visiting my friend said, hey, you know, there's a little casino up the street, and me and my husband go there a lot, and they comped us a room once. So why don't you just take this comp for the room and, you know, stay at a hotel tonight, get out of the cold, because it was Maine, it was a little cold, and I think it was even raining a little bit that night. And she says, get out of the teardrop for the night and go, you know, sleep in a real bed and get a shower and all that stuff. And I said, oh man, okay, that's really generous of you, right? So I did it, and it was really nice. Like, I was laying in a big king size bed by myself, and I was watching South Park, and I got a real shower that night, and I actually had room. I remember like walking around the room. I was like, this is awesome. Like it really was nice. But here's the reality. The very next night, I actually had to stay in that town again. And the very next night, there was nowhere else to park. So I ended up parking and sleeping overnight in the hotel's parking lot in my little teardrop trailer. And I remember looking at the hotel going, oh man, just a few hundred feet away is this really nice room that I stayed in last night. And now I'm out here in the cold sleeping in this little trailer. So for me, it's always a harder adjustment to get back into my car now, or back when I had the trailer, and get kind of adjusted to this small space after being in such a nice space. So it's just really not worth it to me, even though a lot of hotels offer amenities like, you know, Wi-Fi and laundry and maybe a swimming pool. Honestly, I can get all those other things without having to spend any money usually. Like, I can go to the library to get Wi-Fi, and now that I have Starlink, I don't even really need to do that. And there's a rec center here in town with a pool, and it's only $4 or $5 to go swimming for the day. And there's plenty of laundromats around, and they're $6 to $8 to use. And the laundromats that a hotel usually offers are just the basic like house washer and dryer. But when I go to a laundromat, I get the oversized washer and dryer. So I'm able to wash my sheets and my towels and all that stuff. So I'm able to put, you know, 2 weeks worth of laundry in one of those bigger loads and wash all my clothes at once. So it's honestly just easier for me. And again, I just truly don't get that much. It's always harder for me to readjust life to back in the car. Even a few years ago, again, back when I had my teardrop, I was actually dating someone at the time, and she flew out to Las Vegas, and we met up in Las Vegas, and she got us a hotel room, and it was amazing. Like, I loved staying in a hotel room there, especially on the Vegas Strip. We stayed at New York, and we went out and we had fun and everything. But, you know, like after like 4 nights or whatever, she left. And as she left, the very next night, I was back in the trailer, and I was like, now I'm just back in this little small trailer. And it took me like 2 days to kind of get back to kind of getting acclimated to how everything works in this car. So I know it sounds kind of funny that I wouldn't want to stay in a hotel, but it's honestly just easier for me to just stay in the car. Everything I need is in here. Whenever I have stayed at a hotel, I usually have to bring so many things into the hotel room that's multiple trips. Like, I usually want to charge my Anchor portable power station, and that is kind of heavy, so it's kind of a thing to like lug around. And then I end up bringing clothes with me, and then I end up bringing, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, if I forgot my eyeglasses are in the car, I got to go back downstairs after I've taken my contacts out and go get my glasses. Oh shoot, I forgot my toothbrushes in the car, I need to go back out and get it. Like, it's always just kind of a thing. So I end up having to bring so much more with me into the hotel and all this, and then take all that stuff back out the very next day. I just personally don't benefit from it. Oh my God, it smells so good in this car. All my fresh clothes that I had washed today are right here in my closet over here, where I have my water bottle and a couple other things right now. But all those washed clothes are now smelling up the car with the fresh detergent. Ah, it smells so good. I wish I could put a candle in here. I always see it all the time on like Instagram or YouTube, van life and stuff. They light a candle in their little van or something, or RV. And I thought about it so many times, but I'm like, dude, where am I going to keep a candle? I mean, I realize I'm not going to keep the candle lit while I'm driving. I could put it up on the dash or something maybe while I'm sitting here at night. But where am I going to keep it when it's not lit? Like, they're glass jars. It's like it would just break. Like, I just literally have nowhere to put it. And even though I could put it like up here on like my dash or something, still, I think over time, the smoke coming from the flame would hit the windshield and maybe make a little mark or something. I don't know. Having a little candle in this air, in this small environment, just, I feel like it might be bad. Like, having an open flame in this car just feels like it'd be really bad. But it'd be nice to have sometimes. All right, well, I think that's just gonna about do it. Tomorrow, Since I did so many errands today, tomorrow I'm thinking I might be able to get outside and actually do something. I know I've been saying that for days, but I think tomorrow I might actually be able to get out and do something because I only have to upload a video for you guys, and then I do have a small job from a client that I got tonight, but it shouldn't take too long. I can knock that out in the morning. And then I think I'm gonna actually get out and explore a little bit and show you around St. George, because I've been dying to see around St. George. It looks beautiful. Every time I drive around here, it looks amazing. And I can't wait to show you some video or photos of this mountain over my shoulder back here. It's dark, obviously, you can't see right now, but it is snow-capped right now and it's stunning. It looks so, so, so beautiful. The clouds were covering up pretty bad the other day when I tried to get a shot of it, but sometimes you can get a nice shot of it where there's no clouds. So I'm gonna try to do that. And I think tomorrow, it's a good time for me to revisit just how I got into this car for full-time travel. Like, I've talked about it lots of times on my channel, but I'm realizing that I think the last time I talked about my full story of how I actually got into this car for full-time travel was probably like a year ago was the last time I told the whole story. So I've gotten a lot more subscribers since then, and there might be a lot of people who, again, may be thinking that this series, this 30-day series, is some sort of 30-day challenge, and it's not. This was just a challenge to myself to see if I could daily vlog for 30 days, every day uploading a video for 30 days in a row. And so far I'm sticking to it because I think tomorrow's day 21 or 22. I gotta check. There's the right answer right there on the screen. So yeah, I thought that'd be a really good topic to revisit, how I got into this car. And honestly, I really like telling this story because it was such a big dream of mine to travel full time. At that time, just for a year around the country, but it was such a big dream of mine, and I kept thinking I'd have so much money to do it, that I needed a big RV and I needed a big, setup to do it. And when I really started thinking about it, I was like, you really don't. You can full-time travel in whatever you have. People do it in cars like this. People do it in Priuses. I met a woman who full-time travels in a smart car. So if you really want to get into any kind of long-term travel, whether it be for a few months, maybe it's a few years, maybe it's just a few weeks, you can honestly make it happen in your setup. You don't need to go out and buy some big fancy, $200,000 van. And tomorrow I will share the story of how I made it happen in this car. All right, until tomorrow, thanks for escaping normal life with me.